Hello, my name is Holden McGinnis, and I will be presenting my findings on our Peachtree Securities case assignment, Part B. Our first objective in this assignment was to find the nominal rate of return, as well as the annual expected rate of return. The nominal rate is found by dividing the annual dividend by the market price, which in this case is $4.32 divided by $48, giving us a nominal rate of return equal to 9%. Next, we needed to find the expected annual rate of return. This equation is expressed as 1 plus the nominal rate divided by the number of annual payments raised to the number of annual payments minus 1. Given Peachtree's information and our previously calculated nominal rate, we see that our equation becomes 1 plus 9% divided by 4 raised to the power of 4 minus 1, which equals 9.31% for our expected annual rate of return. Our next task is to find the value per share of our preferred stock outstanding. In order to do this, we must first find the present value of our stocks, which is $101.65. We then multiply that number by the number of shares that would be redeemed at the beginning of 1993, which equaled $6,099,000. That amount was subtracted from the $54,956,000 of stock outstanding to come up with our value of equity in preferred stocks. That number was divided by the number of shares outstanding, 240,000, to give us a value per share of $203.57. Here we found the expected rate of return for 1992. To find this, we divided dividends by the beginning price and added growth. This became $1.80 over $22.26 plus 6%, which equals 14.09%. Next, we found the expected dividend yield. This equation is simply the dividend divided by the beginning price, which is $1.80, divided by $22.26, and leaves us with a dividend yield of 8.09%. As for the relationship between dividend yield and capital gains, given their definitions under constant growth assumptions, dividends are assumed to increase at the same rate as the stock price. In order for constant growth model to work, we must assume that some conditions stay unchanged, such as dividends growing at a constant rate, as well as stock prices growing at that same constant rate. Before addressing the problems in question 3, it was necessary to find the annual dividends. Next, we needed to find the value of stock on January 1st, 1992. First, however, we needed the stock price, which we found by dividing the dividend by the required rate minus average growth, which became $43.16, as well as the total stock value, which is simply the dividend of $2.41 added to that stock price, giving us total stock value of $45.57. Now, to find the present value, we plug in the numbers we just found into the equation shown to get our current value of stock, which is $30.28. Next, we found the stock price with equilibrium for 1992. The expected price was equal to the dividend divided by the required rate of return minus growth, which was $2.14 divided by 13.5% minus 6%, giving us an expected price of $28.53. Now, using that same equation, we found the price for 1993. We have $2.27 divided by 13.5% minus 6%, equaling $30.27. To find the dividend yield, we divided the dividend by the expected price, giving us a yield of 7.5%. Then, to get the capital gain yield, we divided the capital gains by the beginning price, giving us a yield of 5.94%. Finally, to find the total returns, we added the two previous yields together to find total returns of 13.44%. Next, we compare our answer to Part A with a constant dividend of $1.80. Using the present value equation, we can see that were dividends to remain constant, we would get a value of $19.78 compared to $30.28 from Part A. To find the expected rate of return, we divide our dividends of $2.59 by our stock price of $22.26 in addition to our growth rate of 7.5%. This gives us an expected rate of return of 19.14%. Now, is 6% reasonable? The table shows an upward trend in growth of dividends throughout the 10-year periods given, while earnings per share do not share the same growth. Unfortunately, as discussed earlier, it is not reasonable unless both growth rates and dividends increase at the same rate. Is the growth sustainable? While I do think that 7.5% growth is a reasonable rate for a short term, I do not think that is reasonable for the long term. The company could continue to make increased income. However, maintaining 7.5% growth over an extended period of time is probably not a feasible goal.